outside line, he passes a bit of slow traffic and he gives it back there, that Queenslander Stevens in 61. You can pick his red numbers. But Holiday, he's got about 30 metres, not a great deal of it. Still a lot of left to go. Okay, Bobby Holiday. Bobby Holiday, Bobby McComb, he's out in front, he's doing it fairly easy, but a long way left to go. Robbie Stevens, the man from Queensland, he's held onto a real good second place there. He's only about 50 or 60 metres left behind. And behind Stevens bringing up third place, I'd say we'd have to give it to, wouldn't be 56, it might be Mike Hill, car number 9. We've had a big spin in the bottom, he's lost the wheel. That's car number 4 over there, Crazy Ross. That fellow's hold the race up, slow it down. We've lost the wheel over there of Keith Ross, car number 4. And that's going to tighten the race up. That's going to make it a little bit interesting. That's going to bring Rob Stevens right back into contact with our Australian title holder at the moment, Bobby McComb. We'll restart it, the cars will bunch up, and I tell you what, there's not a great deal between these birds too. That's the way they go. Woo! And a big bunch flying around there. The way they go, and it's McComb out in front, McComb back to Stevens, and look, he's gone underneath. That's Mike Hill in car number 9. He's taken over second place there. Keep your eye on that boy in that little car, the red flags that big one. We've got a big one stuck over here. And who else we got? That's Robbie Stevens. We're going to restart. That's McComb out in front, McComb back to Mike Hill. Robbie Stevens is back in the third spot, isn't he? A big one in the fence over the bottom. Got another hold up. The com knows all about it. Hold up, fellas, come about. I tell you what. Aren't these fellas all Joey to get a good start? They're going to slow down, boys, and wait till it's good, gives you the green flag. There's a lot of adrenaline pumping out there tonight. Not yet. I think we'll have to have a fuel stop shortly. Bobby Holiday real keen to keep his medal, number 1. With Robbie Stevenson direct behind him in car number 61, and Mike Hill, car number 9, want to do a fair bit about it. The starter's got the green flag. I reckon we're going to get started here for sure. They're gone. And that's Bobby McComb. Bobby McComb back to Stevenson. Ryan Hill coming up the inside. Got a bit of a challenge in for second, but Stevenson's got too much quick for him there. Look at McComb. He's powered away. He's got 20 metres on the rest of the pack and a lot of stuff to go though. Bobby McComb. Coming up there in car number 7, that'll be Les B. Les B there for a real close score. Look at the fight for the minor places. Forget about the ball out in front for a moment. Look at the fight for the minors. Whoa, what's happened? Okay. Right. Stevenson still holding second. Right here. Third place. And that's big in car number 7 in the fourth. McComb, but in second place there, that's car number 61, that's Robbie Stevenson. Behind Robbie Stevenson, slotted into third is Les Big, car number 7. And a lot of laps left to go, ladies and gentlemen. This national title for the UFOs, but out in front at the moment, that's Robbie McComb. He's doing it real easy. He's got 20 metres. Robbie McComb's second place has gone in there. That's Les Big taking over second place from Mark Hill in car number 9. So that's McComb, Big and Hill. That's how they're coming home at the moment. 1, 2, 3. The red flag's out. We've got someone in the fence somewhere on the line. I can't pick it from here. There it is over there beyond the bottom right. Going to give the field a chance to bunch up. 6 laps left to go on this title, and here they go. There we go. I tell you what, he is. Car number 7 over there, that's Les Big. Les Big just put himself right out of it. These little cars knock around fairly easily. And I'd say Les Big, the way he hit that fence over there, he has bent a wheel or two. Righto, green flag's out. Here we go for a restart. That's Bobby McCall out in front. Bobby McCall back to Hill. It's my Hill there in car number 9 and bringing up third place. I can't quite pick up his number. I'll get him when he comes past the second time, but look at the Australian champion go out in front. He's sort of got a string along and let's go keep it. And that was car number 63 in third place there. That'll be Alan Barrett. Alan Barrett in third spot, and he's putting the pressure on to Mike Hill. Out in front, look at how far he goes. That's our current Australian champion. Looks like been the champion for another year because that's Bob McComb. Bob McComb all the way from Sydney. Bobby McComb, Mike Hill, Alan Barrett, Mike Hill has slipped himself right into a really tough second place there. About 70 or 80 metres to catch up with the leader. I think he's in the overs. The leader gets caught in a bit of slow traffic. We only have about 3 or 4 laps left to go this national title. The UFO national title. It's about to be decided. Here comes the white flag. Yeah, I tell you what, there's only about 1.5 laps left to go. Here it comes around for Bobby McComb. Stop. You've got 1 lap left to go, boys. You're going to keep that number 1 planted right up the side of your car. Robbie Barrett, 1, 2 and 3, that's how they're coming home at the moment. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Australian title holder for the next year. That's him, Robbie McComb. He's driving car number 1, he's going to keep number 1 right up the side of it, and he's real pleased about that. And put your hands together, that's a national title you've just what's been organised. That's Bobby McComb. Second place we're going to give there to Mark Hill, third place to Barrett, and what's his number? Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, we've got the presentation.
The man that has sponsored tonight's meeting from the State Bank, and we'll just take a few words from him. Our man from the State Bank here in Gunnadah, Brett Pfeiffer. Brett, thank you very much for the sponsorship of tonight's meeting. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I know these boys have too. And all in all, it's turned out to be an exceptionally good meeting.
Yes, a lot of action, that's for sure. Congratulations to the winner. It was a great race. He was never headed at all once he got in front. Robbie Stevenson had a bit of bad luck, but well, that's about all I've got to say. It was a great race. I'm glad to be part of the sponsor.
Right, thanks very much, Brett. Now, to do the presentation, we have in 6th place, from Queensland, John Brown.
Congratulations, John. Well driven.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to come down here and race with the UFOs. I'd come down here and race every week if I could afford it, but I can't. But thank you very much, everyone, for the trophy and beautiful racing.
Now, Brett, position 5 from New South Wales, John Pine. I beg your pardon, Jim Pine.
Congratulations, Jim. Well driven.
Thanks very much to Gunnadah Speedway for having their meeting up here. And I'd also like to thank the sponsors and Norm, who've done all the work on the motor for me, and Vic, and especially to my wife, and anyone else who give me a hand with the car. Thanks very much.
We go to position number 4th position, and it goes to the New South Wales driver, John Shaw.
Congratulations, John. Very good racing. Any words?
I'd just like to thank the sponsors and the promoter and my old man for getting the car here.
Thanks, John. Good on you.
Right, and a man I think has been around Speedway quite a few years. I think I can remember him driving a super modified at Morisset, and that's going back quite a long time. The man that ran 3rd in car 63 from New South Wales, Alan Burkett.
Congratulations, Alan. Push them all away.
Jerry Atwick, Racing Division. I'm Ratchet. Anyway, I'd like to thank the promoters for putting on this. This is fantastic. It's the hardest race I've ever driven. I've raced sprinters for 15 years, and this is hard. This is really hard. And I'd like to thank the sponsors, Quick Delivery Motor Trimmers and Champion Spark Plugs and Ideal All Our Parts at Fire Dock and Burgo Race Cars. That's a Burgo chassis. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Very thanks to me little Blake. Make it possible.
And the man that runs 2nd from New South Wales, Mike Heel.
Congratulations, Mike. Very good race. Hey,
Yeah, thanks very much. I'd like to thank the promoter for putting on such a fine turnout. It was reminiscent of a month ago when we had a really nice meeting here, and you know, it's always good running at Blue Vale, and I'd like to express my thanks, and also for my pit crew, my 2 boys. They're my most ardent supporters, so I'd like to thank them too. And also for the competitors that came down from Queensland. It's always a pleasure to race against them, and it's always hard to win. So I'd like to thank them for the fine performance. For our own fellows from New South Wales, I'd like to thank them too. And I'd just like to thank this whole establishment for the fine show tonight. And my special thanks and congratulations to Bob McComb, because he's a man that you really enjoy racing against. Thanks very much.
Okay, thanks, Mike. And now we come to the presentation of the night. The man who put his title on the line 20 laps ago, successfully run, won and retained his national title. Ladies and gentlemen, from Queensland, the current 1985 Australian National Champion from Queensland, Bobby McComb.
Congratulations, Bob. Very good race. Never hit it. You seem to have a mortgage on that number 1.
I always liked number 1. I've always liked number 1 and always will. I'd like to thank quite a few people here, especially my pit crew. There's Dave, Tony. I couldn't name them all. There's just too many of them. And especially my wife. If it wasn't her for the port, I wouldn't get here. Graham Gerhardt, he built the car for me. And Phase 4, he built the motor. I thank you all, the people from Gunnadah, for making it possible. Thank you.
Okay, just before we sign off, I'd like to thank again Brett Pfeiffer from the State Bank, and also our lovely trophy lady here, Kim. And I think it's been a very successful and a very well-run title. And on behalf of Felton Litz from trackside at Blue Vale Speedway, we wish you good night. Thank you very much.